Before we tune up and start playing, let's briefly cover some of the main parts of the bass guitar. Throughout the remainder of this and future courses, I'll be referring to these parts regularly, so it is important to have a good handle on what they are and what they do. The electric bass guitar is made up of two parts, the body and the neck. Let's start with the neck. The metal wires bisecting the neck are frets, which are embedded into the wood on the front of the neck. This whole assembly is called the fretboard. We push the strings down onto the frets to change the pitch we are playing. This is the nut. The strings rest in these grooves and then get wound around the tuning post. The tuning post is part of these mechanisms called machine heads or tuners. We use these to change the pitch the string rings at when we aren't fretting a note. These are referred to as open strings. We'll go over tuning in detail in the next video. The machine heads are fastened to what's called the headstock. Now we'll move on to the body. The other anchor point for the strings is called the bridge. Many adjustments related to intonation and string height are made here. Roughly halfway between the bridge and the joint where the neck and body meet, you will find one or more pickups. The placement and construction of these are very important to the bass's tone. Pickups are basically just magnets. The string's vibrations disrupt the magnetic field they produce, and the pickups translate this into the sound you eventually hear. The volume and overall tone of the bass are controlled by these knobs. Different instruments can have different and more complex control layouts, but a typical bass has at least one knob for tone and one knob for volume. The sound exits the bass through an instrument cable, connected to an output jack here. The other end of this cable is usually connected to an amplifier. If you choose to stand and play, your strap connects to strap buttons. Bass guitars have a wide array of features and designs, but you can find the parts we discussed in this video in pretty much any instrument.